One thing I really look for in a tool when I want to purchase something new is just how easy it will make something for me, how much time it will save me, and how much effort it will save me. So this particular borescope right here is really meets all those criteria. So just so you know right off top, this company here, if I'm saying this correctly, Oiiwak, sent me this scope, wanted me to take a look at it and show it to you guys. And based on what I've read about it so far, I am pretty excited for this thing. This is articulating right here, meaning that it articulates 180 degrees. You can use it for automotive constructions, like inside the wall, plumbings, and HVAC inspection. So we're going to cover quite a few things. Of course, you normally use it on the car, but I'm going to do other things around the house here just to get some practical examples. Because if you are into, working on your own car or doing any of these types of things as DIY repairs, a scope like this is immensely helpful. And not only that, let's just say, for example, if you drop something and you think it, say, went under the refrigerator, you could take this thing and say, look under the refrigerator, for example, without having to go through the effort of pulling the refrigerator out, checking, and then pushing it back. So this thing is quite practical in your arsenal. So on the other side of the box, it says that it's split screen. So it does split screen, 5-inch IPS. This is 8.5 millimeter and has a 8+1 LED lights. What other features does it have? It has a field of view of 180 degrees. It comes in 1080p. It's waterproof, meaning to say, hey, if you wanted to say, look down into a piping so where some water sources at, you could also use this as well. And it has a 2800, that went out of focus. It has a 2800 milliamp hour battery. So I'm assuming that's a good size battery for such a screen. And again, on the back, it is dual lens articulating, meaning that, well, you don't have to put on a special attachment for it to look 90 degrees. So you can look forward and 90 degrees, and that's what the split screen is for. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, right before I even open it, one thing I can tell you right off that I know I'm going to appreciate is that this thing comes in a nice hard case. Take a look at that, nice and hard. And not only does it come in a case, but the thing that I really like about this thing right here is that, take a look at this. It fits nice and neatly right in the case. It's just a little bit longer than 3 feet, this cord here. So if you take it out of the case, for example, you go use it, you come back, you can just put it right back neatly into the case, close it right up, and zip it right up, and put it up until you need it again. So anyway, that's just the introductory video, the unboxing. So let's get to using this tool and see if this tool is right for you. All right, guys, so we're back outside with the unit. And again, I just want to show you one thing I want to illustrate. Again, if you use this dial here, you can turn this thing 180 degrees to each side. And because of that, coupled with the fact that you can actually twist this camera around, as you see, I can twist this camera any way I want. And it also has this side camera on it here, plus the front facing camera you can also see there. You can look at any angle you want it. So again, this is not restricted to 180 degrees. They do have 360 degree borescopes. That it's just a little bit more convenient because you can sort of have a joystick to maneuver. But in this case, because you can twist it, you can get it at any angle you want. And also, there's a code in the description to give you 10% off. I forgot to mention that in the unboxing video. But anyway, if you want to take advantage of that, just use that code when you add it to your cart on Amazon. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and fire the unit up. I'm not going to go over the controls. The controls are pretty intuitive and self-explanatory. I will say that on the right side of the screen and on the left side of the screen, you have the front-facing camera and side-facing camera, and so what that means is that you can flip and have full screen front-facing camera, full screen side-facing camera, or a mixture of both. I'm just going to go with a mixture of both, and I'm going to begin recording right now. And that's it. And then I'm gonna go ahead on down into this cylinder port here. As you can see here, one thing I can go ahead and inspect my threads where my spark plug go. I know I need to change the valve cover on this car. I got a little oil seepage that's coming in through there. If I go straight on down, on the left side, you can see that I'm using that front-facing camera looking at the cylinder. On the right side, even though it's upside down, that is the valve coming in. And if you get down in here, you can turn your, you can, as you can see, the picture is moving. You can get the whole point where you can see the cylinder wall. You can even take the cord itself and twist it, as I just did. And you can begin to just look around and inspect, not only with a normal borescope that doesn't articulate, you can only typically just see the cylinder head and sometimes the wall, but in this case you can view pretty much the entire cylinder however you want, including the valves. And I thought that was a pretty good feature. Now, another thing you could do with this thing, let's just say if you think you got a leak somewhere in the engine bay, or if you just want to look somewhere in the engine bay that you can't readily see. So we got a front-facing camera. If you just want, let me just try to dig somewhere back here and see something here. If we go back in here, see all the way down in here, you could just see all sorts of stuff here that maybe look like something got to do with the power steering lines there, something like that. But whatever it is, it's just the point that you can, you know, do so many things with this. And also, let's come over here and I'm gonna set this up right quick so you can take a look at this here, because we're gonna take a look at some brakes. Because, for example, if you wanted to check the brake pads on your car, you could just come right here, sit this thing right here. Let me turn this around here so I can see what I'm doing, and get in here and inspect some brake pads. And look at that, just like that, you can see your brake pads. I can see that I got plenty of brake pad left. And also, if you really wanted to look at other things in here as well, you could just go back up here further. Look at it. There's a brake line here, and you can keep digging if you need to see more like wheel speed sensors or anything like that. So with that said, that's pretty much it for this video here. And what else could you use this for? You can use it in the house if you wanted to, say, look inside of a wall, because it is waterproof. I mean, the actual cord here and the cameras here, you can actually stick this down, submerge it into some water. So for example, if your toilet was clogged, you can stick this down the toilet. If your drain was clogged, you can stick this down the drain. What else? Garbage disposal, pretty much anything. You say if you got some electrical conduit and then you're trying to put some wires through there and they keep getting caught up on something, you can stick this inside of the conduit and see what's the blockage. The possibilities are endless. Let's just say one last thing. You can even look underneath appliances. Like, for example, say if you have a hard to move appliance that's really heavy, but you want to look behind it or look underneath it because maybe you're looking for a leak, maybe you're looking for something that a child may have dropped, some whatever, you can take this thing and look at it. So anyway, possibilities are endless. And don't forget, there's a 10% code in the pinned comment below.